Arnold Schwarzenegger's son Patrick Schwarzenegger could not use his Nepo baby tag to get the roles of Homelander or Superman. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. While Arnold Schwarzenegger's tryst with superhero roles has not gone too well in cinematic history, Mr. Freeze and Turbo Man, his son seemed to have a bit of better luck with genre. Patrick Schwarzenegger, who is currently the star of White Lotus Season 3, reportedly auditioned for two blue-suited and red cape-wearing superheroes. The junior Schwarzenegger joined the boys' universe as Golden Boy in Gen V, but he had reportedly auditioned for Homelander. The actor was eventually rejected and the role went to Anthony Starr, but Schwarzenegger reportedly got called for Golden Boy due to that role. He also reportedly auditioned for Superman. Surprisingly, before being the Golden Boy of Gen V, Patrick Schwarzenegger reportedly auditioned for Homelander in The Boys. The actor revealed on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast that he was called in for the role of the messed-up Superman counterpart, and while he did a decent job, the role went to Anthony Starr, who is just the definitive Homelander. Patrick Schwarzenegger spoke about the audition process and how he eventually got to be the Golden Boy. That was the first time I had read anything about The Boys. That was before The Boys was The Boys. I didn't get a call back. I don't know what they were casting at the time, if they were looking at all different ages or what they were looking at, but yeah, that's what happened. He went on to praise Anthony Starr's performance as Homelander and mentioned that the actor should be winning Emmys for his role. He said he was glad he did not get the part. Arnold Schwarzenegger has not played a superhero before, but his action star status in the 80s and 90s is no less. The actor was the definitive action star of those decades, along with Sylvester Stallone. However, he did go on to play Mr. Freeze in DC's worst Batman film, Batman and Robin, before going cold on the genre. However, his connection to the DC universe would have continued had his son Patrick Schwarzenegger nailed his audition for Superman. The American Sports Story star revealed that other than Homelander and Golden Boy, he also auditioned for Kal-El, but it was just a videotaped audition and he never actually met James Gunn. I don't think I got any feedback. I think it was like, no, not for you. And then it was fine. Then I got White Lotus 1 right after it. The actor eventually lost the role to David Corenswet, who is yet to prove himself as the superhero in Gunn's DCU Kickstarter Superman. Patrick Schwarzenegger spoke about the audition process and how he eventually got to be the Golden Boy. That was the first time I had read anything about The Boys. That was before The Boys was The Boys. I didn't get a call back. I don't know what they were casting at the time, if they were looking at all different ages or what they were looking at, but yeah, that's what happened. He went on to praise Anthony Starr's performance as Homelander and mentioned that the actor should be winning Emmys for his role. He said he was glad he did not get the part. Surprisingly, before being the Golden Boy of Gen V, Patrick Schwarzenegger reportedly auditioned for Homelander in The Boys. The actor revealed on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast that he was called in for the role of the messed-up Superman counterpart, and while he did a decent job, the role went to Anthony Starr, who is just the definitive Homelander. As James Gunn prepares to usher his superhero universe into a new era, let's take a look at 5 actors who are unfairly sidelined by the DCU. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Henry Cavill might have moved on from DC after James Gunn's arrival, but we cannot help but reminisce about his time as Superman every now and then. While the actor was perfect as the last son of Krypton, you could say that his casting went to waste as the studio was unable to utilize him as it should have. Henry Cavill was always passionate about Superman, but unfortunately, things were a bit underwhelming, especially when compared to other actors and their characters' stories. While Henry Cavill's Superman might be the most wasted character in DC history, this wasn't the only time the studio fumbled the bag. There are countless great actors with a lot of potential whose talents were wasted in the superhero universe. Let's talk about some of them. Black Adam brought Pierce Brosnan into the DCU as Dr. Fate, and his performance was met with unending praise from both fans and critics alike. Despite the fact that there were tons of other actors in the film, including the leading man Dwayne Johnson, Brosnan's portrayal of the Sorcerer stood out from the rest. His character could have gone far in the superhero universe as there was a lot of potential to extend Dr. Fate's storyline, especially thanks to his involvement in the Justice Society. Alas, things didn't work out quite like we wanted to, and the character was killed off in Black Adam, bringing Brosnan's superhero career as soon as it got off the ground. Amazon Prime Video's The Boys has become a worldwide sensation, and fans are collectively in love with Karen Fukuhara's Kimiko. However, not many might know that the extremely talented actress was a part of the 2016 Suicide Squad, where she played the small role of Katana. The actress brought a sense of depth and mystery to the unique character, and while we loved her portrayal of the sword-wielding Katana, her only mistake was being a part of a below-average film. Suicide Squad has a devastating 26% to its name on Rotten Tomatoes. After the franchise was revamped and served to us by James Gunn, Fukuhara's Katana was nowhere to be found. Katana sure was able to trap souls into her sword, but Fukuhara's potential was wasted by the studio by keeping her trapped in a film like Suicide Squad. Ray Fisher brought Cyborg to life with such perfection that it was sometimes impossible to differentiate between the actor and the character. He gave the role his all, but what he got in return was nothing but disappointment. First of all, most of Cyborg's scenes were removed or res-hot in the theatrical cut of Justice League. Zack Snyder once admitted his regret of not setting up a solo film for the character before filming Justice League, as he had done with Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Why didn't he? Well, he believed that it was a no-brainer that a Cyborg movie would be in the works. Of course, nothing of the sort actually happened. Jeffrey Dean Morgan seems to be all the rage right now after his portrayal of Joe Kessler in The Boys. The actor has always played every single one of his iconic roles to perfection, whether it is John in Supernatural or Negan in The Walking Dead. This is why it was heartbreaking to see his character in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice go to waste. Morgan played the role of Bruce Wayne's father, but his character was so underutilized that fans were left begging for more. When The Flash introduced the Flashpoint arc, fans hoped to see Thomas Wayne return since it was such a crucial moment in the comic books. Despite Morgan apparently expressing his interest in reprising the role, DCU did not bother to go down this road, and another great character-actor duo was wasted. There is no doubt regarding Viola Davis's talents as an actor. With films like The Woman King, she became the only African-American who was awarded the EGOT, an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. Despite playing the hell out of Amanda Waller in quite a few projects, her role has always been pushed to the background, which is not where someone like Amanda, and definitely not Viola Davis, belongs. Fortunately, Gunn's DCU will see Davis reprising her iconic role. She is among the many few who will be moving into the new and revamped version of the superhero universe. Stream Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad, Peacekeeper, and Black Adam on Max. These were just a few actors who have been done dirty by the studio, and there are countless more who could have been utilized better. With the superhero universe stepping into a new era under Gunn, here's hoping that the DCU is able to do justice to its actors going forward. One can only anticipate that the lessons from these missteps lead to a brighter and more successful future for the franchise. Despite not being in the scheme of things, James Gunn and Peter Safran greenlit Clayface due to one principal reason that will guide the DCU. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Unlike the previous DCU, whose attempt at replicating the MCU formula failed exponentially, the new regime under James Gunn and Peter Safran is taking a more creator-driven approach than a producer-driven